Good evening. My name is Kylie Deshane. I am a Pampered Chef consultant from Santa Cruz, California. I have the great honor of working with Brianna and being on her team, and she's been such a blessing to have as I've navigated my first few months since starting this January. When I began with the Pampered Chef earlier this year, I was trying to figure out a fun game to play to wrap up my parties and just kind of recap all of the knowledge that I had given out to people and see if they were paying attention and make it a little bit competitive, make it fun, give out a prize. What I came up with was something that one of my teachers in high school, yeah, that's my little one. One of my teachers in high school would always recap before a big test and play Jeopardy with us, and I, being a little bit competitive, was always really into that. Really, it helped me study. It was fun. It just really pulled it all together for me really well, so I incorporated that into a Jeopardy game that I did at my first couple of shows, and then I attended Feast on February 8th of this year, where they actually did a segment called Chefardy, and I thought, oh, perfect, I'm going to steal that name. And it was a little bit different than the way I play this game, but I loved the name, so Chefardy was born. What I've come up with is literally just a piece of fabric. I took some old photo cards and I wrote out some, pretty words and categories. Really, you can do whatever your speaking points are during your show. If you're doing a show where you're mainly talking about, stoneware, cookware, and the opportunity, you can do those as your categories. I chose to do stoneware, the company, and miscellaneous to start out with. I'm sure it'll evolve as my shows evolve, but it really helps me to cover all my speaking points during my show presentation so that I know that I'm giving out the right information that I want people to have. I usually split my crowd into two at the end of the game, or at the end of the presentation, and I give out tickets. I usually make the host be my ticket passer-outer so that I'm not running around taking half an hour to do this game. It makes it much more quick if they're the ones passing out tickets. To give everyone an equal opportunity to win something, I really like to split them into two teams. That way, if it's a 100-point question, everyone on that team gets one ticket. So everyone gets, a good chance to win something, like a season's best cookbook or a mini whipper, or something that's, an easy prize, but they like going home with something for free. Everyone does. So some of the examples of what I came up with for questions, and again, you can tailor this to whatever you use in your show. Like, for example, an easier question under stoneware for 100, Alex, would be, what don't you need when cleaning stoneware? And everyone yells out soap, And it's nice because sometimes you just say, okay, I'm going to give everyone one ticket. And, it's something that you get a giant stack of these at the dollar store. You're not going to be stingy on the tickets. You want everyone to be in a good mood. When people are happy, your show's going well, they remember it as a really positive experience. Even when you get to a harder question, like a 400-point question on stoneware, what are 3 things that stoneware does not retain, and what's one thing it does retain? So again, these aren't rocket science. If you've given a nice little spiel about that information, they're going to know it. Especially if people, really are familiar with the product, the fact that it's such a great speaking point about the product, it's really going to stick with them. Some other things that I like to include are information about the opportunity, like under the company for 100, it says, where is Pampered Chef sending its top consultants in 2015? This way, even if I haven't spoken about that during the show, I say, oh, I didn't tell you guys this, but it's Disneyland, and, everyone gets a ticket just because I forgot to say it during the show. I usually do say all of them during the show, but there's definitely times where I've forgotten. So it's helpful to have these, especially if someone's late to the party or came halfway through, they get a nice recap of a lot of information. So I'm going to go. I'm going to let you guys go and finish your training. I hope you're having a great time. I'm sorry that I can't attend, but it's quite a hike for me from California. But I have a little one to attend to, so have a great night. Thank you.